Bishop and Harmony Dominguez, and they're coming in now. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Better now that we're talking to you. Very excited to get talking with you today. How's the off season been for you?
Off season's been good. Again, just getting everybody acclimated and getting reloaded and ready to get back to it. So it's been good for us.
Coach, you're talking about getting reloaded. What's the expectations for this season? You have, some exciting players on your roster. I mean, how are you feeling about this group?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good about this group. Again, the expectation at Stephen F. Austin every time you put on that purple is to be competing for championships. So again, we know that it is a marathon and not a sprint. You don't just get to sprint to the end and to the conference tournament and things like that. It's a slow process. So we're just making sure that we're screwing all the nuts and bolts tight before we blast this rocket off into the regular season.
Leonard, you add just one transfer to the mix this year, but she's a very impactful one. She's someone I talked to as soon as she entered the transfer portal early last year. And I said to her, I said to everyone, I was like, whoever gets her is getting a really, really good player that I'm excited to see on a college court again. What do you like so much about what Micah Perry adds to this team?
Yeah, I mean, Micah's an everyday player. Again, she brings it on both ends of the floor. Her length, her athleticism, her scoring ability, and then her overall demeanor. She's a great kid to be around. She's a great teammate. She's selfless. She doesn't care who scores as long as we're winning. And so that's a good thing to be around, and that's a great thing that we've been able to attract to our program.
Coach, when I talked to you before the conference tournament, you were talking about how Hermione is always in the gym, getting up shots. She's there early. What were the conversations like with her this off season of how you want her to take her game now to another level?
Yeah, I mean, we know her as a great shooter. She's one of the best shooters in the country. Obviously, one of the best shooters I've ever coached. She's able to score the ball in a lot of different ways. And my challenge to her is no surprise. It's been on the defensive end. I think she understands defense really, really well. She was able to get some key deflections and some key stops, but now really bending her knees and sitting down and guarding and owning her yard has been my challenge to her this offseason. And I've seen her take steps in that area, and I want to continue to see her, watch her grow in that area.
Yeah, Harmony, what's it been like for you this offseason? What have you been really working on with Coach, and what are you looking forward to showing off when you get on the court in about a week?
Just like you said, really defensively is what I'm taking a lot of pride in this year. Uh, Being a shooter, I know how people guard me, so I'm trying to apply the same pressure and just be more aggressive offensively and defensively. I want to show that I'm also more than just a shooter. I can make great passes. I have good IQ plays, and really honestly working on my mid range as well. So yeah.
Coach, you've worked under Coach Kellogg, who's now at West Virginia. What have you learned from someone like him, where you see him have so much success now at the Big 12 level? What's the number one thing that you've really tried to carry over from him to the way that you coach at Stephen F. Austin?
Yeah, I think being blessed enough to work for Mark for 8 years the way I was able to was the balance. Again, we're really good offensively, but we also wanted to be really good defensively. And that's the basketball stuff, but the way he balances his family, his life, his wife, everything like that, just the way you're able to balance this coaching profession while also being able to be a great dad and a great husband is just as important, if not more important, than the score on the scoreboard. So just been able to balance offense, defense, and the way I balance my life, I attribute a lot of that to him.
The transfer portal has really taken over college athletics, but it seems like you kind of like dodged it a little bit, right? Like you're able to return, 3 double-digit scorers, some other really impactful players. How happy or proud does that make you as a coach to bring everyone back and have them want to stay here and play for you for another season?
Well, yeah, I think if I don't take any pride in anything else, it's the culture that we've been able to build. We have shirts that say culture. We don't say family, we say culture, because we want people to feel like they can come in to our program and be themselves, but also grow who they are. And so I think more than the wins or our play style or even playing for me, I think just the culture that these young ladies have been able to cultivate. I can't take all the credit for it because they wrap their arms around each other and love on each other. That makes me really proud. And so I think all of that combined with us having a really fun style of play and winning a lot of games and the tradition that is SFA Lady Jack basketball makes it a fun place to play and places where they want to stay and have success.
Armani, what do you like about playing for Coach Bishop? He's talking about that culture aspect. What does it say about this team that you guys all enjoy and really wanted to stay together and do this another year at Stephen F. Austyn?
Just like you said, the culture that we're building is short of like nothing short of amazing. It's everybody just gets along really well. I love playing for him. I think that what he brings to the table is just allowing us as players to really just hoop. Like, he loves a hooper. It's not like do this, do this, do this. It's, if you can hoop, you're gonna be able to hoop here, and that's what I really enjoy about playing for him and just being around his team. Everybody has their own way of hooping, and he knows how to put everybody's styles together. So
Yeah, Leonard, one player in particular I really want to talk about is Key Roseby. I heard she's had a really, really good offseason for you guys and has been improving from shooting from the perimeter and has gotten a lot better. What have you liked about her development this offseason?
Yeah, I think from a freshman to a sophomore, her maturity, honestly, again, the way she goes about her business, the way she's almost professional in her approach now. She's built good habits, and now she's doing that daily. Started a lot of games for us as a freshman, especially towards the back half of the year. And now taking all of that experience into the offseason, I think really, really helped her. She also got to play in the USA Basketball 3-on-3 versus some really, really high-level competition. And so you take those starter minutes as a freshman, you take what you did in the offseason, and now you learn a lot about your game, how things are successful, are not successful, and then you try and strengthen up some of your weaknesses. And I think she's done a really good job of that throughout the summer. And so she's seen the fruits of her labor early on.
Coach, I know you love bragging about your student athletes, and someone that is just so intriguing to me is Avery Van Sickle. She's an aviation major. I know we talked about this before the conference tournament, but I mean, just brag on what she does and how she's balancing both, and how impressive it is that she can, go out and play a basketball game and then fly a plane.
Yeah, it's nuts. If we're being honest, she has her aviation homework laid out in our meeting room space sometimes, and it's a whole bunch of numbers and maps and all this other stuff. And then she's also trying to digest a scouting report that I'm giving her with plays from the other team and play calls and things like that. So she truly is a special player and a special person. We're talking about her aviation and her basketball, but what she brings to our team is just I don't want to call her the mother of the team, but she brings a maturity level that is definitely, she's laughing because it's true. That's almost like that. And so we need her to continue to bring that as we continue to move forward.
So how far out are we from the point where she can charter you guys to games in a plane? How far out are we?
That's a great question. If you ask Avery, she'd say she could do it right now. I want to see all the certificates and everything and make sure we're compliant to take us off on a charter plane. But no, she's doing a great job in her aviation classes and with her teammates. So I won't be surprised if we're up in a plane with her shortly.
Armani, you have all the faith in her. You're smiling, you're nodding, you're agreeing. What's that like to have a teammate that's doing something so cool off the court?
I mean, it's just so crazy. We'll get done with a practice, and she's like, "All right, guys, I gotta go fly my next plane," or, "Oh, guys, I was up at 6 a.m. flying," and I'm like, "Girl, where did you fly to? What are you doing?" Like, but it's still awesome to know that somebody has aspirations that big, and it's just achieving them with so much grace. Like, she'll come to practice with the same big energy, amazing leadership, and still go out and she could be as tired as possible, but nobody knows it because she holds herself very, very well. And I really love being around Avery. I've asked her to fly me a few places, but she can't do that yet. So one day she will. I told her I'd hire her as my private jet flyer one day, so maybe.
Hopefully soon. Armani, as one of the veterans and the leaders of this group, what impresses you the most about the group that you're going to be playing with this year? What can we expect to see from you all on the floor?
Oh, my energy, high intensity. Everybody brings so much energy every day, like just a competitive edge. I love to see it. I love to be here, just knowing that everybody here wants to get better, and honestly, a willingness to learn. Like, having a young group that they listen very, very well, but they also apply very, very well. Like, I could tell somebody to do something, and they're like, "Okay, I got you," and just doing all that stuff on the court. You can really, you guys will see a lot of energy, a lot of intensity, but also a lot of togetherness. I think we also do very well in, like, hyping each other up. They do very well in picking and lifting each other up, and that's what I'm really, really excited for this year. Is just the relationship that we've built on and off the court that has led to the amazing group that we have this year.
Really impressive what you guys did last year, 29-6, 13-1 at home. How much pride does this team take in protecting that home floor?
Let you take that one.
A lot. I mean, we have meetings where we want to protect this home court. It's very, very important to us. I find it very important to always protect our home court. And that's I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah, no, I mean, personally, I got my family up there rooting us on. Our coaches' families are up there rooting us on. I see our student athletes' families up there rooting us on. And then this community of Nacogdoches and this University of Stephen F. Austyn, they give us all the support that we need. So it gives me an extra oomph in my step on game days, especially at home, to make sure that we're representing these people and these families that have poured so much in our program.
Yeah, Leonard, there's one more player in particular I want to hit on really quick, and it's one of your freshmen. And not only does she have a great name, a very great name, but she is also the sister of two players who play at Oklahoma, Skylar and Iven. Tell me about Talia. What can we expect from someone who, like I said, great name, matches my own. What can we expect to see? Which sister does she play most like?
Extremely talented kid, can do it on both ends. Offensively, defensively, extremely well-rounded. Just proud of this kid, the way she's battled through a little bit of adversity early on. Continue to want to watch her grow, but excited for where her future is going to take her for sure.
Coach, real quick, did you go to a wedding this summer? Did you get to see your Lydia get married to a SFA men's basketball player?
So I did not go to the wedding. I don't think any of us were.
None of us were there.
None of us went to the wedding. She kind of ran off and got married, which is fine. It was a smaller wedding. I know that they were going to do a celebration at some point. So I did go to a former Lady Jack, Marissa Banfield. She got married this summer in Houston, and we had a lot of former Lady Jacks, and Mark Kellogg was there, so it was a really good reunion. And I always say that's the best part about this experience. Obviously, we want to win championships with these young ladies, but watching them graduate, watching them go off into life, and watching them have little mini family reunions with their Lady Jack teammates at weddings and things like that is ultimately why we get into this.
Yeah, really quickly before I let you go, I want to hit on your schedule real quick because you have two games that are really, really intriguing to me. And those are two Power 5 teams with new head coaches at the helm. So they feel like real, opportunities. We don't know what those teams can do yet. You got Houston, you got Arkansas. What do you like about the opportunity to play those two?
No, I think they're two really good programs. Coach Mitchell has done a great job in the SEC when he was at Kentucky. He's going to take over this Houston program and make them really good. You said an opportunity. I'm scared of new head coaches because they're excited to get their culture and everything started. So he's going to come in here and be ready to make a statement with his team. But again, ready for that opportunity at home. You don't get too many of those opportunities at home, so definitely want to take advantage of that. And then we'll play Arkansas at Arkansas. Again, they have a lot of new faces, a new head coach. They'll be excited about their new team and what they're trying to build there. We played them in the WNIT a few years ago and lost there. I believe that was Mark's last game as the head coach. So again, another opportunity to go up there and play a really good SEC team. We got SEC, Big 12 on the schedule. You should be excited. Those are games I shouldn't have to get them up for. They should already be ready for and ready to compete. So I'm excited for both of those.
Absolutely. Well, it was great getting to talk to the both of you today. Really excited to see what you do on the court this season, and we appreciate you talking with us.
Thank you. Guys. Add some jacks.